Hi, Kimmy. It's Ashley here. Thanks for sharing your response. It was interesting seeing the person you chose in the evolution of counseling and how we can see it in our counseling today. So you had chose John Ver, if I'm saying the name correctly. He had talked about that counseling is something that you can teach, something that counselors could be in the classroom and working with students. He wanted the counselors to have more of a role um, involved, be more involved, and be more. I'm sorry, I'm looking for the word. Um, be more involved and with the students and with the admin and teachers. They wanted to have a collaborative. That's the word. Collaborative teamwork. Counselors being able to work with everyone in the school. Um, And so that's what John Ver was emphasizing. And he wanted counselors to be more and have more tools to become more organized. Um, they focused on getting students prepared after high school into their careers and in their skills. Okay, so you had mentioned the CTE in your school, and I remember seeing this when I was in middle school. The CTE for my district was right there next to our school, so we would see the buses come from the high schools. At the time, I didn't understand it. Because I was like in seventh or eighth grade, and they would come and then they would go the to that building, the CTE, and that's where they would the students would work on their classes like welding and nail tech and beauty salon type of fields. So I can see how that going into how this John Ver wanted the students, the counselors to um, guide and teach, show students their careers, not show it to them, but guide them into a career that emphasizes their skills and things that they're actually interested in, not just a job, but more of like a career. And I like how he mentioned that it was for everyone, for all the students, because a lot of students won't go to an adult for help because they may have negative relationship with adults from previous adult relationships, or they may have they just may be really shy or timid to themselves, so they probably won't take that initiative. So having the counselor being a set of students that they're required to meet with and set up dates to meet with, I think that's good. And to really focus on those students and being able to guide them into what the career skills and things that they're actually interested in. For example, like the CTE, that's a good one right there. Um, I know that a lot of people choose that, and I know some people who chose that and they love it. And I think that's important to be able to have that honest conversation with those students, because you never know, maybe later in life they'll want to go back to school, but at that time I think it's important to not force something on them, because they could just want to quit and give up right in that instant if you're trying to force it on them. So just kind of follow the lead, show them the expectation as well. That's what I'm getting from it, and just guiding them to things that they're interested in. uh, Let me see the last little bullet here, that this John Ver wanted complete counseling program. So he wanted lesson plans to coordinate with activities. Um, and I've seen then the counselors work with the teachers, students, and admin. And I've seen that with my counselor in our school, because she goes into the classroom sometimes. I don't think she's come to my classroom this year. I'm thinking, I don't think she's come this year. But last school year, she would always go into her classroom and she would do her lessons. And the other years too, but I don't think I've seen her in our classes here. I'm just but she would go and she'd have her lessons like kindness week, or things like different topics, um, bullying, and just like those kinds of weeks and stuff. I feel like it's very important for a counselor to go to the classrooms that students are able to hear from a different adult, not just their teachers. The importance of these life skills and just being able to have those lesson plans, I think will just help the counselors be more on track and accountable on what they need to be doing, and just helping them stay more organized to work with the students on several topics that are important for them and their developmental stages. Okay, I'll stop right here, but thank you for sharing, Kimmy, and I'll see you next week.